Yours truly on this special September 20th marching dance art. We're gonna be marching towards the sun. It's a beautiful sunny day, and of course I'm going to do a little bit of ranting while documenting this 3-hour-long marching dance art. Yours truly, Adrian H. Born, being reborn as Adrian Hana Dragon. Yours truly, androgynous pansexual founder of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire. Launching today, well, actually officially tonight, around 8 p.m., 7:55, according to the most precise estimates. PM EST, 7:55, Hawk Island, Montreal, East Coast, North America and the Americas. There's a full moon for Goddess. Yeah, I said Goddess, G-O-D-D-A-S-S. Goddess that dances with her bird, the sun, to make, create, and produce all fruits, vegetables, and legumes. This is the motto of the Dancing Goddess Empire. Gotta thank our brothers and sisters, farmers, to harvest those fruits, and with the leaders of the free world, politicians here in Canada, as is election day today. I'm not gonna go to vote. It's a mostly unwanted election by many across Canada, and so I'm not gonna vote. I started a Vote for Love project, my boycott of the Canadian election. Never boycotted anything before, but this time got a motto online. I said nobody, not even one of them, said I love you. And for me, of course, for my allies and armies, love you. Love you, shades of rainbow, shades of dark, shades of black, shades of gray, shades of shades. Different shades of contrast, the colors of the rainbow, scarlet, red, different shades of all the colors of the rainbow. And first, of course, love is action, not just blah blah blah. So I'm gonna do this march. It's gonna be a gonna be stretching a little bit. Let's do some stretches. And now we have the green, we can pass. So I'm marching north. It's gonna be the first time that I'm doing this march. Was going to go by the mountain with the rocks, but I've decided to pass by my old neighborhood, of which I could say I just entered my old neighborhood in many ways. CDN Côte de Neige, not far from here, 42 minutes, depending on the pace, could get 37 minutes, almost 38. It's more laid back, an hour. Southwest from here. Now I'm marching straight north. Gonna go north in this beautiful day. Yours truly, all in red, almost all. It says this is black. We got some green for the goddess. On this march, wish I had a GoPro, be easier, but finances not allow it at the moment in time. So yours truly marching north. Beautiful, it reached 25 degrees on this 20th of September. Commenced my march 4 hours before the full moon. Full moon, like I said, is going to be a special full moon. I'm going to be beginning a special candle for the goddess ceremony that kisses the goddess of heavens, infinite stars, infinite space, heavens above, who gives a kiss to the goddess that dances with her. With her bird, the sun, to make, create, and produce all ALL fruits, vegetables, and legumes. Sun, my king, towards whom I am marching for now, and who now rises and now sets somewhere in the world. So if it's 5:20 p.m. EST, Hawk Island, Montreal, sunset is about 7 p.m. EST. And so got more than 93 minutes officially until sunset. So I'm curious to document how long it will take me from that corner where I've been, which is the Villa Maria Metro, and now going into my old neighborhood. Thanks to my friend, oftentimes teacher, the one I love and call sister, who financed me these shoes. Sneakers for yours truly to go. Got boots, but didn't wear the steel toe boots today. I took a month break from steel toe boots as I was marching a lot in steel toe boots until I wrecked them, and these other ones are not that great. They're okay for 3 hours, 3 hours and a half, but for the long that I used to do with the other steel toe boots, 6 hours, 5 hours, sometimes even more than 6, even 7 close to them. I used them a lot during COVID, so I put them out, I threw them out to garbage. All in red, almost all in red, some green and some black on me. Official color of the Dragon Army is red, of course, and the dancing goddess is green. So it was truly on a special dragon knock 'em all out march towards the sun. So I'm not gonna vote tonight as the full moon reaches. I'm gonna do a special candle lighting, maybe some dancing, depending how I feel, if I'm not too sore. I'm gonna be doing a lot of cleaning, purifying, and reordering tomorrow. I'm beginning the the 93-day special. I declare revolution by working out, training, exercising, loving, offering all my allies and armies kisses, rubs, hugs. I'm financially struggling, worst financial situation of my adult life with this, on this COVID now. I just checked my bank account, thank goodness that I got overdraft. Overdraft protection, I pay $4 a month to get overdraft protection, but I'm minus 545, 544 plus something, 544, almost 545, and got $10,000 in debt. So in theory, I'm $10,500 in debt, although two separate debts, one in the account and one in the other one. So yours truly is marching towards the sun on this beautiful hot day. Feels like summer is still the last 3 days of summer. Officially autumn is Wednesday, and full moon is 3 days, and so we'll be having a full moon starting tonight, 8 p.m. until about Thursday. 3 days. Today's Monday, Tuesday 1 day, Wednesday second, Thursday the third day. So boycott this special march, boycotting the election, since none of them said I love you. I wanted them to hear at least once. I said I would have voted for him or her or whoever would have said, Canadians, I love you, or I'll try to love you. But it's not even one of them said it. I decided to say my allies and armies I love you, and boycotting this election today, this March, special March. And I'm gonna be today my project vote for love. Well, love is action. As Prime Minister of Canada, I said I would have done three things. One, I would have traveled coast to coast. One, I would have traveled coast to coast in order to encourage my fellow brothers and sisters to work out, train, exercise. I would have marched with all private and public security forces coast to coast regularly, by every week, at least east 3-4 days, then back to Ottawa, then west 3-4 days, then back to Ottawa, and vice versa. And with all public and private security forces, said if everybody got food, got housing, and got hygienic products, and encourage people to love and exercise and hygiene, do push-ups. I would have said push-ups, and I would have done them with you. Push-ups, squats, hawks, marching steps, get exercise, working out, training, which has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly of choice. Continuing the special in nature for the next days. General war integrated total body training workout. General war integrated total body training system, or the A300 workout as it's called simply. Marching by busy Dicari, marching north Montreal, now known as Hawk Island formerly known as Montreal. Very beautiful day. Most feel like late July, early August day, in terms that it's 25, which early July, beginning of summer, because late July, early August, it's when the Leo sign of lion astrologically is in the top. Leo is the only sign ruled by the sun, and that does have different constellations, different stars, and the star of the Leo, the planet that is, well, it's a star, is of course the sun. And so yours truly is on the march, this special march, Adrian H. Dragon special, being reborn with every push-up, every hawk, every marching step, every dancing move, every squat that I make as yours truly, androgynous, bisexual founder of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire, which are one empire under the sun and the stars on earth. His mission, visions, and philosophies are complementary, attaining world peace, international justice, and secure global freedom. Mission, vision, and philosophy of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire, which are one empire under the sun, under the stars on earth, for the aforementioned mission of world peace, international justice, in attaining, securing, ensuring global freedom as Operation Enduring Freedom has ended. I'm offering all servicemen and women who served in Operation Enduring Freedom free massage services in Hawk Island, Montreal, not just blah 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 love, as I'm offering all my allies and armies kisses, hugs, rubs, massages, tickles, more kissing, more massaging, more washing. That's what I'm offering. Because I've received 93,150 6,718,358,418,000 kisses from the goddess. So I offer my allies and armies, and from the sun, the eye of the dragon, millions of push-ups, millions of squats, millions of hugs, and millions of marching steps, whether in steel-toe boots or in running shoes like I'm about to do now. So close to entering my old neighborhood, when I'm technically in my own neighborhood, Cut de Neige, now live in NDG, a little bit better apartment, better living I used to live. Spent many years struggling, poverty, chronic illness, precarious employment, lonely, spending years as the libraries of this city became my second home, and the books, thousands of books, my friends. Reading, writing, struggling, depressed, suicidal, you name it. This March, does the sun bring me some joy? Realized working out, training, exercising has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly. And got no money to invest, I said, in debt. But this March is an investment in the body. The body is a temple for purpose and pleasure. Encourage all to get vaccinated, get tested. Myself, I had COVID. End of January till about February 20th. It was very sickle and disease. It was like death, pestilence, and disease. My body, for about 22 days, was very sick and ill. Before mass testing was available. So got 2 vaccines right in the forehead of the goddess tattoo there. Goddess tattoo, there's no God without a goddess. I might offend something when I dedicate dancing to the goddess, ritual, holy, sacred, and divine. The dance is with her brother sun, which I'm just thus. Three names among holy names. Perhaps best not to be spoken amongst men. Spiritual meditations aside, as a universal spiritual teaching student, today boycotting the elections, none of them said I love you. It's very disappointing. I didn't hear anyone. Somebody online said, yeah, this one said it. I said, link me, show me. Nada, zilch. I checked, couldn't find anybody said I love you. I love you, Canadians. I want to be loved, loved hard, loved soft, and all the rainbow in between. Don't you? You're liars. You're liars. Things we hide, in the dark. Our hidden lusts, hidden fears, desires, resentments. It's not easy, these things. I'm not perfect, far from it. I'm just ask. If you don't got love, keep 2 meter distance. I like that one. FRE is free, although his cannabis is legal now. It has been for a while. It has been for a while. I am in favor of legalizing drugs like cocaine, speed, ecstasy, legalizing most drugs. I'm in favor of it. There's a more bigger residential area. I'm closer to where I used to live a few years ago. That's a nice not much has changed. To me, I just put more color in the buildings, you know? Some red, some green, some orange, some purple. Something like that. That's one thing I want to see. More color. City buildings that are grayish or brownish. Not anything bad with a little bit of that, but there's too many like that. These ones, like that one. There's some color on it, man. There's some blue, some purple, some green. Something like that. Even some yellow on that one. That one will kind of do it a bit light green, maybe. Light green or light yellow, light orange even. Or three together, light orange one side, light green on one. Stuff like that. So anyways, I couldn't find anybody who said I love you. I said, when I say to my allies in the army, my name Adrian Hunter Dragon, you be blessed and I love you. I love you not with just blah blah blah, but with make you rich, allies in the army. Give you 1,000,000 kisses credit. Well, financially struggling from the 1,000,000,000 kisses from the goddess. Not selfish. Gonna share. And we'll credit with 1,000,000,000, a million, 1,000,000 kisses, redeemable when you see me anywhere that I have allies and armies. To the rest, keep my holy, sacred, and divine name out of your mouths, if it's not for a blessing. Even that building also with some color on it. Some green or some purple. or something else. I don't know. Yellow, light green, orange. So now we keep on marching north, 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 north. We're not gonna deviate. Big B. So Big B was some sort of soda, with a big B on it. This one too. Some purple, some gray, and some light green. Hopefully this one they're building here will put some color in it. Ah, the smell of gas. I think I smoked half a cigarette, or a third, a quarter, maybe less than half. But it says when we're close to a highway or in the city, Montreal, Hawk Island being a big metropolis, whether we want it or not, because of the cars, the CO2 from the cars, we inhale a little bit of, it's like smoking. I'm not sure the study exactly a few years ago. Of course, city by city, case by case, but as I'm close to the highway, it's surely more exposed, because down there is a highway below, right? So these, and the other side going north and the other one going south, parallels the highway in between, if you can see, in the middle. Let's do some stretching here. Oh, no, we don't have time. Oh, we have a helicopter. Whoever's in that helicopter, painted red with a dragon arm. Make sure you got food, housing, and secured. Helicopters is, of course, the Dragon Army's mission, which paradoxically, providential in a parallel way, they were still as founded July 24th, 2020, in the midst of COVID, due to, of course, the providential paradoxical parallel that before COVID, 93 days before COVID, yours truly, independent student, scholar of history, war, civilization, geopolitics, independent world peace advocate, an independent security analyst and theorist, analyzing what had transpired in the world, taking the US-China trade war into account, the arrest of Meng Wanzhou by the RCMP in order to honor a extradition treaty with the USA, and subsequently the arrest of Michael Kovrig, Michael Spavor, by Chinese authorities in response, although they claim it was related to espionage. It happened after Meng Wanzhou, the chief financial officer and daughter of the founder of Huawei, was arrested by the RCMP to honor an extradition treaty to the charges of financial dealings with the Iranian regime, contravening the sanctions imposed on the Iranian regime. So she was arrested December 1st, 2018. And the US-China trade war begun by the Trump administration started early 2018. And China, of course, retaliated. And so taking those factors, This is my old neighborhood. Right, I'm in the middle of my old neighborhood right here. And so, or some buildings here. It seems like they were. And I can pass. My midst of my old neighborhood corner, Dicari and Vezina. Want to check it out? Montreal, Hawk Island. Vezina, Vezina. Vezina and Dicari. 5:51 p.m. EST. We continue marching north. Continue marching north. Some new buildings. There's some changes in my own neighborhood. It seems like that building, it was not there. The big one there, the old one, the gray one, which should be painted yellow, purple, or green, is there. But the other one, there. See? And these ones. These ones are new. See? Those ones there. Those are new buildings. And these are, that's new. This is new here. All of this. This train has been there for at least a month now. Not more than 6 weeks. This underground pass, passed it maybe hundreds, thousands of times. This links to is the carrier. See, now you can see the highway more clearly. 3 lanes, 4 lanes to go, 4 to come, and the one that goes in and out, right? The exit and the in. Going north, south, south, north. I am, of course, gonna head north, north, north. So back to the origins of the Dragon Army. Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire, which are one empire under the sun and stars on earth. For world peace, international justice. Secure global freedom by securing the 3 elements of civilization: food, housing, and transport. That's what I'm advocating, have been calling for, by a public-private partnership, by my theory of debt refusion, taking all existing public and private debt, refusing it, basically taking the private and the public, My private debt is about 10,000. My credit line. If I'm X1, you're X2, and there's hundreds of thousands, millions, hundreds of millions of X's across NATO. Calling Israel to be the 31st member of NATO North Atlantic Treaty Organization member countries. So taking all the public and the private debt. The public and the private debt, so if there's a big shopping area here. So we're just gonna keep on straight heading north. Those are new also, those buildings, although they have a little bit of color on them. I'm just gonna wait. Could have ran for it, but for safety issues, safety concerns, better not. I'm just gonna be patient. And wait for the next light. So back to the origins of the Dragon Army, yours truly before COVID, about 90. We'll take the opportunity to stretch a bit. Left or right. So before COVID, about 93 days, yours truly before COVID, October 17th to be precise, I've performed the first General War Integrated Total Body Training System session, of which I've performed 213 indoors in my room office and temple, which was, so that Trinity was converted into a gymnasium, the Dragon Gym. And I've performed 213 sessions so far. And now I'm performing for the coming days until December or so, depending on availability and climate. If it's not freezing rain or what have you, gonna be performing them outdoors. So 213 performed indoors, my room office and temple, documented on YouTube and live stream on Facebook. Trying 213 sessions performed since, which I've performed a few in nature. I will continue performing them in nature in the coming days, weeks, and months ahead. Until maybe when a lot of snow will cover the areas and I'm not gonna be able to see the rocks anymore. I'm not able to see the rocks anymore and it's covered in snow. That's what I'll start doing them indoors again. Or on commission, or for a special cause, contact yours truly and my official volunteer representative, Red Sea LIL work. Will direct, instruct, comment, and bless you in my name. Adrian H. Born, being reborn, Adrian Hana Dragon. Marching north. towards the sun. And not sure in how many minutes, I would say in about 13 minutes, gonna be turning west. That's east, that's west. It's my right hand going towards the east. And that's west. Now I'm just gonna keep on heading north for a bit. There's a restaurant here which, when I used to live in my old neighborhood, I always wanted to come. I never got the opportunity. And now there's a new restaurant and another one a little bit more fancy, upscale, more upper, some middle class, I guess, upper middle class, even some upper class if you save a little bit, but mostly upper middle class, upper class. It's coming right up. So on the first occasion, if I got some money, I'm gonna go eat there, either a steak or what have you. So back to the origins of the General War Integrated Total Body Training System. October 2019 was when yours truly, world peace advocate, independent student, scholar of history, wars, geopolitics, and civilizations, an independent security analyst and theorist, in parallel with being an independent student, scholar of history, wars, geopolitics, and civilizations, I created a workout training program designed, made, and created to go hand in hand with a World War III scenario. Due to the aforementioned analysis, I was analyzing, and my mind, from my analysis, I was saying that we North Americans, the world for that matter, so from a North American perspective, because a lot of the events that influenced my creation of scenario was the events which had transpired in relation to North America. The US-China trade war began by the Trump administration in 2018, beginning of 2018. Consequently, the arrest of Meng Wanzhou by Canadian authorities triggered a Sino-Canadian crisis due to RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, which is like, for my American brothers and sisters, RCMP is like a federal police, something similar to the FBI. Something similar to the FBI. And speaking as an American twice in past lives, as a matter of fact, 718 miles that way, I'm pointing south, that's south, 718 miles south of Hawk Island, Montreal, 156 years ago served in the US Army. So I'm speaking as somebody who was born in the US of A, twice in past lives. So yours truly on the march. Now we're gonna turn west, that is west. So back in 2019, had created this scenario and the workout they designed to go hand in hand together, like two sides to a coin. The General War Integrated Total Body Training System and the World War III scenario, which is ongoing in parallel timeline to the COVID-19 health and financial crisis, and which resembles it, is of course they go together, because I created that workout to be specifically for an emergency or crisis situation. There it is. So this is the place I always wanted to come eat. Never could afford it financially. There you have it. By willing to sponsor to come here, Cigar Lounge, Ribbon Reef Steakhouse. So back to 2019, yours truly took that into consideration, and as a student scholar of history, wars, geopolitics, civilization, I had created the workout after having experimented with different workout techniques. Up to October 2019, I had lost about 65 pounds up to that moment in time. Now I've reached my goal of 77 a few weeks ago, and I'm still gonna drop a few more, 77 pounds down, a few more to go, transform everything, convert everything into lean, natural, raw muscle with these marches and workouts, and continuing the General War Integrated Total Body Training System in nature. Now we can go. So now I'm gonna turn west, and I'm gonna keep on going west for until I can't no more, basically, because I'm gonna be in the sun. So I wanted to see what the sun was like at 6:08 p.m. So it took me 47 minutes with a few minutes of stop, or a few lights, like 3 lights had to wait. But there are lights, there's no way around it. See, you can see. So, of course, the Dragon Army would have to secure transport, food and housing for all citizens, allies and subjects, and of course not to be abused, so that every citizen, subject and ally is allocated a certain amount of transport, public and private, credits, let's say mileage, credit in miles, kilometers, X, Y, Z per Z per, it's gonna go with the age of the citizen, subject and ally, and need. Same with food, housing and transport. I mean, housing, to make it relatively easy to change housing. If you don't get along, if you want to go experience different experiences, to be able to work out, train, volunteer, once we have secured the 3. So back in October 2019, I go back in time again, you're still down about 65 pounds up to that moment in time. October 2019 was about a year, more than a year into my fitness journey, documented my workouts with improvised weights in my room house and temple. And so I'd created the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, those 7 words. General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 workout. Designed, made and go to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario. Which in an eerie paradoxical providential way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crisis. The scenario, that is. But my scenario, of course, was, look at that beauty. That is, of course, 3G, even 4G cell tower. So my SIM card connects now to be able to pinpoint my location. It is a nice, beautiful new green installation. Look at this nice, beautiful green. How many questions I got about this? City of Montreal, I would like to know more in a parallel life. Science, innovation, and technology would have been a chosen path, but diverged towards the irrational, towards the emotional, towards the artistic. Towards the philosophical, towards the psychological and physical, but more the irrational, emotional, spiritual, as a universal spiritual teaching student, because I'm learning things every day. So marching west now, west, west, west. Back in October, I'd created the workout. Designed, made, and created to go hand in hand with a World War III scenario. So it's 6:13 p.m. EST in Hawk Island, an hour from sunset. I'll be marching. I was just curious now. September, of course, as the days are starting to getting shorter now. Well, have been since like have been getting shorter for a few weeks now. So marching towards west in an more industrial zone, commercial industrial zone, if you will. I had a few jobs here. Had an essential temporary position here, right here, during COVID. Speaking of COVID, of course, my scenario was the first session of the General War Integrated Total Body Training System was October 17, 2019. And I had proof, of course, I had documented proof. So it was about 93 days before COVID. Now, on COVID, my Trinity on COVID has been, is, and will be this. First and foremost, do not know for sure what has caused COVID. Second, believe it was transmitted from snakes to human beings. Could be from the eye of God the Son, for all we know. How much do we really know? We know a little bit. can always know more by asking questions, discerning, and proposing solutions, and sometimes it's taking action. What has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly. It's things like I'm doing now. Staying active, marching. This march, special march before full moon march. A boycott of the Canadian election by this march. Special boycott marching. Dragon, knock them all out. Rainbow dragon. Right there. So on COVID, first and foremost, do not know for sure what has caused COVID. Second, I believe it was transmitted from snakes to human beings. The virus, that is, zoonotic transmission. However, since there's a doubt, and I have no 100% proof that it was snakes who transmitted COVID to human beings, first and foremost, don't know for sure. Third, I believe it was snakes to human beings. And third, since don't know for sure, and there's a doubt in my belief, or rather my belief is not 100% confirmed that snakes transmitted it to human beings, cannot rule out another possibility, be it XYZ, be that an accident in a lab, an experiment gone wrong, a bioweapon, etc., etc., etc. To that Trinity, not knowing for sure, believing it was snakes, and since not knowing for sure and the belief not being confirmed, not being able to rule out another possibility, XYZ, an accident in a lab, an experiment gone wrong, or a bioweapon, a fourth dimension to that Trinity is what do know 100%, and without a doubt, is that before COVID, 93 days before COVID to be exact, yours truly, Adrian H, born, being reborn, Adrian Hanna Dragon. Dragon Zero, captain, founder of the Dragon Army, created, designed and made a workout training program. Designed, made and created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, which providentially in a paradoxical way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crisis. And since in my scenario, World War III scenario, there was a solution. The solution to the devastation of the World War III as it was in my scenario. That's what, since due to COVID, that's what I've begun advocating for. The creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragon Army, just as envisioned in my scenario, since my scenario, World War III scenario. And I gotta say this, it's important. The paradoxical, providential parallel is that what causes World War III in my scenario is a global, it's a stock market crash, which triggers a global financial collapse, which subsequently the global financial collapse is blamed on the US administration, the US, because of the trade war began by the Trump administration on imposing tariffs on more than 665 billion worth of Chinese goods from China, imported goods from China, and which China retaliated on imposing tariffs on US made goods. So in my scenario, there's a stock market crash causing a global financial collapse, and thus the beginning of World War III. And in my scenario, that was what causes World War III, was the stock market crash, which causes a global financial collapse. And due to COVID, The stock market crash began February 20th. That's when I was healed from the coronavirus. Was a stock market crash. My scenario was a stock market crash, global financial collapse that causes World War III. And 93 days later, February 20th, due to COVID, the coronavirus causes the stock market crash that triggers the coronavirus recession. So the stock market crash began February 20th. It ended about more or less April 7th. Beautiful chopper. And visions with choppers on the ground, in the air, red. Nice chopper. So in my scenario, what causes World War III is a stock market crash, which triggers a global financial collapse. Due to COVID, the stock market crash began February 20th, 2020. February 20th, 2020. And ended about April 7th. But it ended with triggering the coronavirus recession, and in some places, not just economic, financial, and commercial recession, but also depression. Many of these buildings, like this one, could be used for a Dragon Army unit, workout, train, exercise, and from here deploy, secure food, housing, and transport. Across the island as yours truly envisions it. Nice rocks. It won't stop for workout. Gonna be marching. 3 hours, but I think at that point I have to turn and head back. 6:52 p.m. EST. Let's see where the sun is, so I get a feel. September 20th, special boycotting the Canadian election march due to not even one of them having said I love you. And yours truly, Dragon Zero's mission, vision, and philosophy supported, like I said, COVID, my Trinity. First and foremost, don't know what caused COVID. Second, believe it was snakes to human beings. Third, cannot rule out another possibility. The fourth dimension to that Trinity, what I do know for sure is that before COVID, 93 days before COVID. I'll have to turn because if you go there, it's the National Research Council of Canada. And this reached the end of the road. So now we turn going back this way. Oh, this car is still there. Look at that beauty. I'd love to drive that. It's a 1963 Chrysler. I love the lion, golden lion emblem, and red, the color, my favorite color, and the color of the, yeah, it's a Chrysler. What a beauty. This is my type of car. Love 1960s cars. Probably 1963 this one. Love cars like that, and I love the I'm gonna say it, my favorite car is 1960s Cadillac. 1963 among them. I have many Cadillacs that I like, but don't own a car at the moment. Except for these feet, which have been in the past years carrying me miles and thousands of miles in this hot island, Montreal, working out, training, exercising, marching. Like a special boycotting the Canadian election march now. As I'm heading back to headquarters for a full moon meditative feast. Again, on COVID, first and foremost, don't know. Second, believe you with snakes to human beings. Third, cannot rely on that possibility. Fourth dimension to that Trinity. What I do know 100% without a doubt is that before COVID, nature calls. I have to be excused. Before COVID, '93 days or so before COVID, I had created, made, and designed a workout program called the General War Integrated Total Body Training System. Designed, made, and created to go with a World War III scenario, which in an eerie, paradoxical, providential way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. Oh, there's the helicopter again. Say hello. Table red. Just gonna check out some rocks here, if you don't mind. Just want to do a little bit of working out. So back in Back in October 2019, designed, created, and made the General War Integrated All Body Training System, designed, made, and created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario. And due to that fact, that in my scenario there was the solution. The solution was mobilizing 1% of NATO member countries, allies. Drink. NATO member countries 1% of the population of the citizenry of NATO member countries, integrate with all existing public and private institutions and organizations, security institutions and organizations such as the police, the army, and other private security forces, all private and public. Create international citizen social security force, a new transnational force in my scenario. And due to COVID, since in COVID there was a stock market crash, which in a paradoxical providential way resembles my scenario. That's what since July 24th, 2021 had began advocating for and created as yours truly Dragon Zero, Dragon Army, going to mobilize 1% of the adult population of NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization member nation countries, integrate with all public and private security forces, armed forces, in order to secure the three elements of civilization for all. Those three elements are food, housing, and transport. Once we have those three secured, food, housing, and transport via public-private partnership and the creation of the new global currency by biometrics, the hand, the eye, and the voice are unique biometrics. So we had put into practice my theory of debt refusion, taking all private and public debt, creating the new transnational global central bank for the dancing goddess and the dragon empire, which I've credited with 93 trillion kisses and 77 trillion push-ups, hawk squats, and marching steps. Yours truly via the Phoenix People's Party, the anti-war, anti-poverty, anti-racism, pro-love, universal revolutionary centrist party. Just like in my scenario, had a solution to the destruction of World War III, which was caused by the stock market crash, which, of course, due to COVID, the stock market crash began February 20th and ended about April 7th, had been caused recessions and depressions worldwide. That's what I began advocating for, the creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragon Army, in order to secure food, housing, and transport for all by a public-private partnership, the creation of the global central bank by biometrics, and debt refusion, all public and private debt, refusing it, creating the global central bank, financing the two institutions, Dragon Army, complementary covenant cooperative institution with the Dancing Goddess Army, in order to secure food, housing, and transport for all and attain harmony with civilization and nature by organizing mass dancing events by the International Integrated Dance League, be an integrated all gender, all ages, all sexual orientations inclusive, in order to organize mass dancing events for the mass cleaning of the oceans, rivers, waterways, lakes thereof. This is heavy. This is like, yeah. It's about 40. This is less. This is like 15, 13. On a random workout training exercise spot. Work out for world peace a bit. Gonna hydrate some more as I'm parched. I'm gonna work out half an hour here. 40 minutes till sunset. Oh, we still can. Put some music and work out. This is about 30. This is about 40 pounds. This is less. It's about this is about 25 pounds, 30 maybe. So I discovered a random where I was gonna go for the training with the rocks on the mountain, and now I'm gonna train with rocks, man-made, man-broken, all from nature though. It's about it's about 40, 50, maybe even more. This is less. This is about 20. I like the shape though. So broken rocks. less. Looks like a guitar. Oh, bro. It's gonna be the heaviest yet. Oh yeah. Ah, it's like definitely heaviest. about 30. Tell the leaders of the free world Dragon Zero's message. Drop down. Give Dragon Zero 13 push-ups. With love and for the sake of world peace. That's my message. Yours truly, Hana H. Priestess. For the goddess, bust the dance move for the greatest artist. Mother Nature. And this mighty, taller than me tree is but a hair of the goddess's hair who gets kissed by the goddess of infinite space, infinite stars, as she dances with her bird, the sun, the eye of the dragon. Not sure how much this is. Maybe that was a good pit stop for workout. Bringing raw, real in concrete jungle. Dragon Army. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? The whose streets? Dragon streets. Whose streets? Dragon streets. Whose streets? Dragon streets. Streets. Alleys in the Hawk Island, Montreal. Yours truly has ran for many years. You spent time idle, although struggled with chronic illness, loneliness, precarious employment, poverty, depression, suicide, loneliness. Spent many years in libraries of the city of Montreal, Hawk Island. Books became my friends. Learned, wrote. Lots of poems, lots of theory, lots of ideas. The birth of the Phoenix People's Party, the anti-war, anti-poverty, anti-racism, pro-love universal, revolutionary centrist party, a 21st century in North American civilization, across NATO member countries, Western civilization, West, and all the world for that matter, is to be universal revolutionary centrist, not far left, not far right, not communism, not fascism, but a public-private partnership to ensure and secure freedom. For sword of freedom is too heavy for yours truly to lift with my tiny hands, tiny feet, and tiny clit dick. This androgynous rainbow dragon, each and each androgynous pansexual founder of the dancing goddess and the dragon army. There's one under the sun, under the stars on earth. On this march, I gotta ensure, secure the three: food, housing, and transport. Once you have those three secured, we're gonna ensure freedom, encourage people to work out, train, volunteer, do community work, exercise, do art, learn, make love, get dirty but give back clean. Hear the music of nature. securing food, housing, and transport by the public-private partnership, the creation of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragon Army. Once you have secured those three, you can encourage people to work out, train, volunteer, do community work, heal, regenerate, rejuvenate, joy. As since 1984 we have seen growing divisions due to specialization, which beautiful sunset is not necessarily bad, or it's not bad or evil. Looks like a paintbrush. See? Nice green truck. Mother Nature is the greatest artist. She dances with her bird, the sun, to make, create, and produce all fruits, vegetables, and legumes. And it looks like the sky has been paintbrushed past. Greatest artist, Mother Nature. So yours truly, marching back to headquarters, passing by to an area of my commercial industrial area, which you know too well. Consider it in many ways part of my old neighborhood. Used to be access to different ways there, but now they put signs that it's private property, no trespassing, and a lot of those passages have been blocked over the years. However, once upon a time it was easy to just cross that way. That was a good workout spot. I mean, it's randomly found 7:18 p.m. EST Hawk Island time, so now 42 minutes till full moon. So I'll still be out when full moon's. Still got 61 minutes of recording for 3 hours, so yeah, full moon. Ooh. It's gonna commence on this march. Yours truly, Dragon's marching dance and workout. So it was a good almost 38 minutes. How many was it? I think it was almost 38, almost 38, 37 minutes or something. Let's say almost 38 minutes of moon. I'm looking for the moon. Is not yet visible. Beautiful blue sky though. Beautiful blue sky. Few stars appearing. Marching back. We're gonna be catching the moon, full moon feast. Three-day special full moon feast, cleaning, reordering my room office and temple. And today, marching for boycotting the Canadian election. Since none of them said, "I love you." Well, somebody online said, "Yes, somebody did say it." It's never linked me a video. I listened to all. One of them, this one said, "Canadians, I love you." Bah. And love is action. So my allies and armies love me. If I love them, well, that means I'm going to do something for the pleasure, joy, whatever can. Massage, kiss, washing hands, feet, tickling, hugging, cooking, sharing food, all that. As in blah blah blah, you know. Shades of love. Intellectual, philosophical love is important as well. I like to discern, ask a lot of questions. A question on the question sometimes. And not always easy. The dancing goddess and the dragon empire's mission, vision, and philosophy general. Attaining a world peace, international justice. Ensuring global freedom by securing the three elements of civilization for all allies, subjects, citizens, lovers of dancing goddess and the dragon empire. Food, housing, and transport for all. Once you have those three secured, the creation of this new institution from all existing private and public armed forces, security forces, police forces, private and public security forces, including armed forces and police forces integration across all levels for the securing those three elements: food, housing, and transport. Once you have secured those three, we will be ready for the next pandemic, for the future generations if COVID mutates. And with these three elements secured and allocating people and making it easy for them to be able to move, for the security of the housing, to be no abuse, of course, to have standards and regulations to be moved within a few weeks. An allocation of XYZ miles of travel, daily, weekly, monthly, and cumulative. So then people could integrate more. Since 1984 we had specialization, which all across sectors. Now with the Dragon Army will also for people to explore all levels of local, national, rural and urban civilization and institutions. Traveling. First time a few years ago my sister crossed Canada. My friend oftentimes teacher, the one I love and call sister, to that trinity of sister, friend and teacher as the fourth dimension, be my one and only financial sponsor at the moment. There's the moon. Slightly you can see it across the mountain. See? There where my finger is, I'm gonna blot it out. That is part of the moon. The eye of the goddess. Eye of the goddess. There's no god without a goddess. Isis. Kiss the snake in the heart. And the dog and the man. And the kissing trillion lips. And the dances on the goddess. Priestess. I'ma let my man out, just dance to this with no stress. I'll relieve some stress. Put some water, take a bath, do a massage, do a blah 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 blah. Love is action, not just blah 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 blah. You can move your lips, but I want to see you shake your hips. Trip, finger around the shh, on some other level. Here you see. That is the moon. Of course, with the quality of the video, the moon is rising. It's almost full. So I'm actually gonna be heading towards the moon as I'm heading that direction. So might encounter close encounters with the moon. Although this some 50 something minutes left on the video, because after 3 hours is enough. But nonetheless, this Monday, September 20th, this is a special Adrian Hanna Dragon boycotting the Canadian elections with my Vote for Love initiative project. How beautiful it is. Beautiful moon. Bless my friend, oftentimes I call love healing love. Beautiful. See that there? The blot out. See? Although it's a fence here, so it kind of blocks some of it, but I see it well. Although on the video, with the quality is not that great. Only in certain specifics. Gonna have to play with it again, I guess, with the settings and because I haven't purchased any special apps, camera apps, or downloaded, or just the one that came with it, and it's more for the message, not necessarily on the corner. But look at that. Now you see it. See that there? That is the moon getting full in the next 22 more minutes, and it's gonna be full for the next 3 days. Starting tonight, we're gonna do a special candle meditative vigil feast. Beautiful. As the eye of the goddess. There's no God without a goddess, best believe. It looks like a 7-pointed star surrounds it. Really nice. So boycotting the Canadian election. It's the first time that I didn't vote ever since, well, it's found a democratic duty, democracy. Although I was very disappointed with the leaders of the free world. I'm gonna say the 30-member leaders, prime ministers, presidents, chancellors, and heads of government of the respective NATO member alliance, which Canada, United States, Germany, and 27 others comprising the 30-member nation countries, states that make up NATO. I was disappointed because none of them, at least, would have done something to what I would have done. But what I would have done, I would have said, all right, we're in a crisis, emergency. My brothers and sisters sitting in an office. Not gonna help. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount and gonna go to all public and private security forces, from rural, urban, across the respective country, state. I'll make sure everybody has food and some transport. They need to go somewhere. Public transport, food, housing, and the hygienic minimum of disinfectant, shampoo, and soap are required for their hygiene. If they go out and touch the hygiene due to COVID, so whatever implies masks and soap and disinfectant. So that's what I would have done. Just marched with all public and private security. Just marched. Ensure those are secured and encourage them to work out, exercise, work out with them, do push-ups, squats, hawks, stretches, hygiene. Hygiene, working out, training, exercising, which has been, is, and will continue to be medicine and therapy for yours truly. As I believe it is for many. So that's what I would have done. As a leader of the free world, prime minister, president, whatever, I would have been in one of the 30-member nation countries rather than sit in an office, parliament, and Let's go. March, march, march. Secure food, housing, and transport with all private and public security forces. Not even one of them did it. Or from my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody made it this far. I haven't heard anybody proposing it in NATO member countries who did it. Leaders of the free world, drop down and give Dragon 13 push-ups. With love and for the sake of world peace. That's my message. Straightforward and direct. That's Dragon Zero's message to the leaders of the free world. Drop down and give Dragon Zero 13 push-ups with love and for the sake of world peace. And bust a dance move for the greatest artist, Mother Nature, who dances with her brother's son, in order to make, create, and produce all fruits, vegetables, legumes. By that dance. So now we're on the other side of the side that which we came through that side. It was very sunny, more sunny. And now we're going south as before. We are on the carry, known as the carry. So I'm not gonna go through here because there's still a lot of cars, and I smoke another cigarette, which I don't want to smoke because of the CO2. The last time we're on that side. So now we're going south. Found a tomato. Well, I see some tomatoes dropped. So there was from somebody's bag. A few tomatoes dropped. Some of them got squashed. I was able to retrieve this one. Oh, there's another one. So there was some tomato dropping here. There's another one. But 2 tomatoes, no food waste. And three tomatoes. So I'm going to be putting in a bag. Oh, there's the 4th tomato. See? 4 good tomatoes, a few of them got squashed, so no food waste. But these are gonna be healing my head wound, yours truly, and by help me connect with my parallel life, where science, innovation, and technology, and everything, satellites, computers, rocket science would have been my chosen path, although diverged. So I'm gonna put these tomatoes, 4 tomatoes. Yeah, so there was some tomatoes that dropped, a few of them got squashed. 4 of them. Paper I can't eat, money. Credit cards I can't eat. Tomatoes I can eat, do more push-up hugs. In terms of, God forbid, in like my third phase of the scenario, nuclear war. Paradox is a world peace advocate. Would be fitness and hardcore elements which you can only imagine in scenarios or have been imagined, which could help us in many ways. That being stated, of course, we'll use them different, probably with a sandwich, tomato sandwich or something like that, with some butter. Or perhaps just some bacon fat. Some bacon fat would be nice. Passing through my old neighborhood. I am gonna take a turn because if I keep on going south with all these cars here, I'm gonna smoke another cigarette. I had enough. I just smelled that one. So next street. So there's some new buildings, a lot of condos, residential, that like all these, and the hotel there, Hilton, which went up, that are new. So in the past year's construction, my old neighborhood, a few of these places I've been here for a long time. Oh, election results, election night, 11 minutes to full moon. Vote for love, yours truly, special march, boycotting the elections. Because none of them, not even one, said I love you. What good is that? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Different kinds of loves. Yours truly took me 13.3 years to say yes. Only 7 years ago came out as bisexual, having homoerotic desires, and was contemplated the fact that only one is active NFL player who is openly gay. We'll see how that will go now that he's open and he's playing. Seems to be playing good. Kal Nassib, my brother, my LGBTQ rainbow brother. And I understand, you know, people for XYZ reasons. They don't want to come out financial reasons. And the last one, right? I better turn here now. I'm just gonna take a turn. If I keep going, I'm gonna smoke some cigarettes. I'm just gonna go parallel. I know this neighborhood. So a few years ago, it was Michael Sam, right? Although Michael Sam claims, and I believe him, that due to the fact that he is gay, He didn't play in the NFL. Well, got drafted and what have you, but let's take an alley. The dark alley, whose streets, whose alleys, dragon streets, dragon and alleys, whose streets, dragon alleys, dragon streets, whose streets, dragon alley, dragon streets, whose streets. My old hood. Still there. Wow, it's been a few years. It's been a few years. I haven't been to that dip in there, but I don't got money to spend. What am I gonna go in and say hello? Probably won't recognize me. Lost a lot of weight. Transforming. So back to of course, the NFL. The fact that only one player, I suspect, there's at least 10% minimum, or at least bisexual. Some am I gay, some are bi. But at least 10%, in my opinion. And Kal Nassib is just one player, of course, who's open about it, I guess. And he's the only one. And years ago it was Michael Sam. Right? Although Michael Sam is not in the NFL anymore. Now it's Kal Nassib. Kal Nassib. Nassib, Kal. Or the Raiders. My three teams, they got three fellow teams, although I'm calling on them to support the mission, vision, and philosophy of creating the International Integrated Dance League. Dance League. Dancing Goddess Army. In order to secure the three elements of civilization. Those three elements are food, housing, and transport for all. By the Dragon Army, complementary to the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. Complementary cooperative covenant institution. Complementary covenant institution of the Dancing Goddess Army, the Dragon Army. For one, of course, is the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Empire. One empire under the sun, all the stars on earth, for world peace, the national justice, global freedom. securing, ensuring global freedom. My public-private partnership. Complementary covenant, cooperative institution of the Dancing Goddess Army, is the Dragon Army. These two institutions, Dancing Goddess and Dragon Army, complementary cooperative covenant institutions. In order to secure the three aforementioned and three elements of civilization: food, housing, and transport for all, via public-private partnership. Food, housing, and transport, Dragon Army, and attain harmony between civilization and nature. By the Dancing Goddess Army, by organizing mass dancing events across the world for the mass financing of the cleaning, the cleaning of the oceans, rivers, waterways, lakes, and mass financing hydro, solar, and electric power. Those two, complementary and cooperative. Creating the two institutions. So back to the NFL. Complementary cooperative institutions, Dancing Goddess, you can see the moon, the eye of the goddess. Calling on the NFL to support, give no less than half, 50%. It says, in my eye, declare revolution, which begins this full moon, another 93 days special. Calling on the NFL, NHL for that matter, NBA, MLB, and European soccer to donate no less than half. Let's be honest, only patriarchal, male-dominated sports leagues. There's not one, not even one women sports leagues that makes even close to what the aforementioned male, men only sports leagues: NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, MLB, Major League Baseball, NBA, National Basketball Association, and European soccer. Not even one, which makes even close. Sure, there are individual female athletes here and there, not a lot, who make, and also boxing, right? Only men. Women's boxing come in, make even close financially. So although the Dancing Goddess Army officially titled International Integrated Dance League, we an integrated all genders, all ages, all sexual orientation inclusive dance league. Although we can have organized professional dancers, encouraging all to dance how they can for recreation and for Mother Nature and to clean the oceans, rivers, waterways, lakes. So league with also a pleasure and recreation and purpose for all willingly loving to join or participate, but also for the environment, to clean mountains, rivers, waterways, lakes, oceans, to mass finance the cleaning thereof, and solar hydroelectric power. Solar hydro and electric power. So those two institutions calling on the NFL to give no less than half, 50%, not just the NFL but the NHL, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, Major League Baseball, to give no less than half of their finances. So back to the only open gay player. Say only because I firmly believe there's at least 10%, not 10 more players, but 10% that are at least bisexual. And gay, minimum, and I'm saying minimum, 10%. He's the only one open. That's what I believe. Took me more than 13.3 years to come out. Was suicidal, depressed, shamed, and for XYZ reasons. Only 7 years ago, of course. Some things change, some don't in my old hood. So calling the sea, love you. And I'm supporting, of course, I'm a 49er for life, 49er San Francisco. Second team is the Raiders, because he's the only open gay player. And third, Brady, who's 44. Looks like he regenerated 7 years when I saw him on the field the other games. He's born a Leo, so I'm a Scorpio, although the Leos are the most powerful sign of the zodiac because they're ruled by the sun. It always rises, always sets. He's born in August, something early August. And so, due to that fact, supporting those three aforementioned teams. First and foremost, 49ers. Second, Raiders. Third, Buccaneers. Mostly because of Brady, since I gotta say, wow. Oh, full moon. Full moon starting now. I'm a bit disappointed this March. I didn't see people kissing, hugging, making love, you know. So I want to see in the Dancing Goddess and Dragon Empire. If I ever give a show of rap, poetry, dance, working out, training, to the workout, train, exercise, dance, train, exercise, workout, whatever it is. Here's Ernstly, we're gonna turn here. But if not, hug, kiss, start kissing. You're wasting time. It's time. Life is short. Life is short, you know. I'm gonna start kissing, start hugging. Life is short. It's up to my allies and armies, for me. Dancing goddess who gets kissed by her sister, Queen of Heavens, with a kiss that becomes trillions on the goddess, sister of the goddess of heaven, who dances with her brother the sun, who's the eye of the dragon. My allies and armies, making y'all rich, pledge allegiance, 1,000,000 kisses. million kisses. To y'all each. Push-ups, squats, hawks. This is a beautiful beast. Referring to the car, a technical car, as it carries different gadgetry, telecommunications, communications, of which fundamentals have not changed a lot. In a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology would have been a chosen path. Your story diverged into the spiritual, philosophical, physical, emotional, artistic, irrational. In a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology would have been a chosen path. That parallel life grew up in Germany, migrated at age of 22 in Israel, and developed perhaps for NSO Pegasus, and excelled in satellites, computers, rockets, all things science, technology, and innovation related. And this one, spirituality, philosophy, psychology, the irrational, emotional, artistic. Boycotting the mostly unwanted elections for the first time and not voting. I voted for the one who said I love you. And I'm on campaign. I said I would have done 3 things as Prime Minister of Canada, boycotting the I love you. 1, you travel coast to coast regularly with all public and private security forces and encourage people to work out, train, exercise, volunteer, hygienic, etc. Now this is a beautiful beast. I don't know if you can see, but it's a 1963 car. Look like Cadillac. But in fact a Chrysler. So I would have done 3 things. Travel regularly coast to coast, encourage people to work out, train, exercise. Make sure they got food, hygiene. Taking on Parliament Hill in Ottawa, offered regular free massages, free hugs, free tickles, free kisses to all willingly loving. I will have to wait a bit. I would have done that. Offered those kisses, massages, hugs, rubs to all willingly loving on Parliament Hill in Ottawa, Sussex. And 3, I would have read my poetry, other poets' poetry, such as Irving Layton, one of my favorite Canadian poets, and others' poetry. Would have rapped a bit. And that's what I would have done. That's what I would have done. Those 3 things. The full moon. March coast to coast with all public and private security forces. Armed forces encourage people to work out, train, volunteer, exercise, make sure they got hygiene. Second, would have established regular weekly sessions to love those willingly loving my fellows. Sussex, Parliament in Ottawa. 9 to 3 sessions, or what have you. But a good love. It's like I want to be loved. Good massages, good washes, good kisses, good rubs, good tickles. The body's a temple for pleasure and purpose. And read poetry, mine and others. Recite poetry in different types of ways. Reciting, reading, singing, chanting, rapping, rocking. Those 3 things. So there you are. This is not even once that I love you. Here yours truly is. Two nice red Vans. Red being the color of my favorite and the color of the Dragon Army. Green, the Dancing Goddess Army officially. Phoenix people spotted the phoenix with the rainbow children round about it. Phoenix with the sun and the moon. The stars that have envisioned the flag. The emblem of the dancing goddess. You know, the priestess with the sun, which is a spiritual, mystical symbolism. And of course, the anthem of the dancing goddess and the dragon empire has music fused how I envision it. 3 versions: long version 7 minutes 18 seconds, short version 93 seconds, and intermediate 4 minutes and 18 seconds. And in between that 3, the music could be fused: rap, rock, techno, trance, classic, jazz, blues, mixtures, different music genres, but no lyrics, but laughing children who laugh and who play. That will be the anthem of the dancing goddess and the dragon empire and the phoenix people's party. Children laughing and playing on music or the sounds of nature. And how's the full moon? Full moon has started, so yours truly is a special evening. Might drink a little bit of wine. I think I have a little bit. And tomorrow on the full moon, tonight will be mostly a candle vigil. But tomorrow will be cleaning, purifying, reordering my room, house, and temple. Last day of tomorrow's last day of summer 2021. Wednesday is the first day of autumn, and it's a 3-day moon, full moon tonight. So it's gonna be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There it is. You can see part of it. See that? My hand is the full moon. The eye of the goddess Isis. Holy names among holy names. Yours truly. In nomine Baba. Holy goddess. Priestess rises. La 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 la. I love you.